Throughout history, great thinkers, leaders, and artists have found immense strength in solitude. They've used this time alone to confront their deepest thoughts, wrestle with complex ideas, and unlock their creativity. These moments of quiet introspection have led to world-changing insights and unshakable self-assurance. When you embrace solitude, you create space for powerful transformations. In the quiet, you can finally hear your own voice above the noise of others' expectations. You start to see yourself clearly, without the distorting lens of social comparisons. This self-reflection is the key to personal growth. Think about it. How often do you truly sit with your own thoughts? In solitude, you're forced to confront your fears, weaknesses, and insecurities. It's not always comfortable, but it's in facing these parts of yourself that true strength is forged. You learn to rely on your own judgment, to trust your instincts, and to find peace in your own company. As you spend more time in solitude, something remarkable happens. Your confidence grows, not from external validation, but from a deep understanding of who you are. You become like a mountain, unmoved by the winds of others' opinions, rooted firmly in self-knowledge. This inner security is unshakable because it doesn't depend on anyone else. You no longer need constant reassurance or approval. You can face life's challenges with a quiet strength, knowing that you have the resources within yourself to overcome them. But here's a question that might be nagging at you. Isn't human connection important for our well-being? Of course it is. The power of solitude doesn't mean cutting yourself off from the world entirely. Instead, it's about finding the right balance and understanding that true connection with others and with yourself starts from a place of inner strength. Quality over quantity in relationships. We often measure our social success by the number of friends we have. But what if I told you that the most secure individuals often have the smallest social circles? It's a paradox that flies in the face of conventional wisdom, yet it holds a powerful truth about authentic connections and personal strength. Picture two scenarios. A person surrounded by 100 acquaintances, their phone constantly buzzing with shallow interactions. Now imagine someone with just 3 true friends, their relationships deep and meaningful. Who do you think is truly richer? The answer might surprise you. In a world that often equates popularity with success, the concept of a small, carefully chosen circle of connections can seem alien. But there's immense power in being selective about who you let into your inner world. It's not about being antisocial or pushing people away. It's about recognizing the value of quality over quantity in your relationships. Think about the difference between a shallow pond and a deep well. The pond might cover more ground, but it's the well that provides sustenance when you're truly thirsty. The same principle applies to our friendships. 100 surface-level connections can't match the depth and support of a few genuine relationships. What makes these authentic relationships so powerful? They're built on trust, mutual respect, and shared values. These are the friends who celebrate your successes without envy and stand by you during your darkest moments. They challenge you to grow, offering honest feedback when you need it most. In their presence, you feel seen, understood, and accepted for who you truly are. But here's the real magic. These selective social connections contribute immensely to your personal growth. When you surround yourself with a small circle of quality individuals, you create a nurturing environment for self-improvement. Their influence shapes your character, their wisdom enriches your perspective, and their support empowers you to take risks and pursue your dreams. So how does a small circle reinforce inner security? It's simple. When you know you have a few unshakable pillars in your life, you don't need the validation of the masses. You're no longer swayed by every passing opinion or trend. Instead, you develop a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're walking a meaningful path, supported by those who truly matter. These authentic relationships act as mirrors, reflecting and strengthening our self-worth. They remind us of our value when we forget, challenge us when we falter, and celebrate us when we soar. Through them, we learn to see ourselves more clearly and appreciate our own unique qualities. But here's the most powerful realization. Building unshakable confidence doesn't come from relying on others, even these close friends. It comes from within. These deep relationships simply create the fertile ground where your inner strength can flourish. They provide the support you need as you learn to stand firmly on your own 2 feet. As we conclude this reflection on the power of a small, carefully chosen circle, a question arises. How does one navigate a world that often misunderstands this choice? How do you stay true to your path when society pushes for constant connection and endless networking?